Another day, some more bushels. That's the plan. So the plan of attack, we're gonna run corn for a couple hours. Right now, there's a big fog bank. It's starting to burn off pretty well. We've got a lot of sunshine. It's gonna take a while to get this dew off the ground, out of the beans. So we're gonna run some corn. We're gonna dry some corn, and then hopefully we're gonna switch to beans. Hurricane Ian is supposed to be here tomorrow night, so maybe we can get, you know, some beans ran. So now the dryer is running, we'll let that thing keep going for a while. And like I said, we're gonna do about 2 or 3 loads. We're really just gonna top off these holding bins, get them good and loaded so that they can run. So the dryer can run while we're doing beans, basically. Go over here and see if Dad needs any help. BJ's dumping the last of yesterday's corn onto the truck. Checking the rotor, what are you doing?
Oil?
Oh. Have you opened that processor door?
Yeah.
I just wonder if it's hairpinning or anything. Guess we need to pull them wires out.
Yeah.
Do that after Hurricane Ian gets here.
Yep.
So the Gleaner's a pretty fuel efficient combine, but we need fuel. And we ran like 80 acres of corn. We don't have enough fuel to run all day. So we traded my Lexion, the one that I used to run. We traded it for this combine last year. And that's one of the main things I miss about that machine. It had a larger fuel tank. It had the extra fuel tank. It holds like 350 gallons of fuel. Run for a long time with it. A little light in the back end.
Yeah.
So this combine handled this 12 row really well. This is a folding 12 row. Folders are a little heavier than a regular 12 row. But then we had those Devastators. That was like another, I don't know, 1,600 pounds or something like that. 1,200 pounds maybe. Heavy. Nita Bingle's up there. It was a little bit more intense than the first one. A little bit more intense. I take it they lost. A lot of anger there.
Angry wins.
So were the Dolphins any good? That's the question.
Yeah. I mean, they're all right. I mean,
Was this a good test of progression?
I think Miami's probably a playoff team, especially if the quarterback gets healthy again.
I heard he did not fare so well.
It didn't look good. You never want anybody. You never want to see that happen to anybody.
Oh, okay.
Definitely took the wind out of the stadium.
Steaming! Turn the dryer on hold before we forget, and now we smell the sweet aroma of cooking corn. George, you might be the best gas man in the game, but you're a bit early. So we are full over here. We're going to do 2 loads, basically just to keep the dryer going for a little while today. And then by then, you know, the sun should burn off most of the dew. By the time we get switched over to beans, we should be dry. Made it just in the nick of time. Now we're going to do some beans across the road from these grain bins and bring them here. Dad and BJ and Brad are on the way up here. I went and grabbed us some lunch while they were finishing that last load. So we're going to grab a bite to eat, switch combine over, be good to go. The Lexion, it's already switched. The Gleaner, need to swap a pulley around and then it'll be ready to roll. See if we can't make the dust fly.
She's about one wind gust away from having all kinds of stuff to eat over there.
So before we put any grain over here, we decided we better grease some things. Take out the bird nests. Hey Brad, don't forget those other 4 fittings up top.
Yep. 7/16 seemed to have done a job there, didn't it?
I think it's a 13 millimeter.
Potentially.
There's the bird flu.
Blow my face.
So Dad, BJ, and Brad, they are up at the bean field. The Lexion is up there. Dad is going to try it with it before we switch the Gleaner over. That way, in case we can't go, the Gleaner's still ready for corn, and we'll have a couple trucks to load at least to get something done. One thing we're probably going to do before we switch that Gleaner over, the building pad where the new shop's going to go, we're going to harvest that now. Basically, we need to level that pad off ASAP because we want to get that pad poured in November. So we need to get that leveled off and let that start settling. So as See how Hurricane Ian does. If that delays this long, we'll be hauling gravel and bulldozing. So we've dried enough to get this truck in here for sure. These are indicator lights. So basically these are 1,800 bushel bins that broke it up into 3 segments. We should be able to dump 1.5 trucks right now. Hey guys, just a reminder, if you haven't and you're still watching this video, subscribe to the channel. And if you're still watching now, you clearly like the video, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. So we're going to attempt to use pipe ag to keep track of how many bushels are going into this place, and what field they're from and what bin they're going to. It's not really designed for that, but basically BJ is creating a weigh ticket in the grain cart. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. If we can remember to do it, it'll work well. The odds of us remembering in about a month are pretty low, I think. But we'll see. Like BJ said, we can't forget if we don't try. Now we got this truck empty. We don't have enough space for the other truck that's loaded, so we're just going to take the dryer off hold, let it run for a while. Later this evening, Brad or I or somebody will come here and dump this truck that's still here loaded. Keep this dryer going, and maybe we'll load that truck with beans later, I don't know. Check, check, good to go. Alright. 15.1, Dad, 15.1. What?
Okay, plenty wet. What do you think?
So the beans are a little wet. Alright, so I'm going to bring the Gleaner up to the field. And like I said, we're going to do a little bit of corn right there where we're going to put the shop. See how that goes, and then we're going to maybe try some beans again here here this evening. Alright, we're folded up. Swing the power ladder around. We'll hit the road. A little wide. A lot of visibility. Every time I mention getting a 379 Peterbilt, Dad says, you can't see anything out of those. So right through here, this is a really narrow strip of road, really, like, not because, I guess the road's not narrow, but there's nowhere to go. So if we meet a car right now, we're kind of just going to stare at each other. So Brad is on the other end of that hill, and Dad's pickup truck with all the flashy lights on. He's got a radio, so hopefully no one's topping this hill. I see some of the people on YouTube have these big, long, or big wide roads with large ditches and places to get over. That ain't here. You're taking your bean head off to every field, and you usually have a flagger. But we make it work. Just kind of got to feel your way through the gate. I didn't feel us catch nothing, so we made it. Power ladder! Just get used to it, folks. We got a long time to go. Just a little wet. Little green. So this moisture's been anywhere from 23 to 30. Just depends on where we're at in the field. This field is a really good field for us historically, just very inconsistent. There we go. There's our shop pad. So now when we get rained out, we'll have something to do. So we did 1 acre. A lot drier than I thought it would be. Now I don't think that whole field would average 24%. I think that this field's very inconsistent, like I say, and I've seen, you know, that thing fluctuating quite a bit. So it probably just depends on what part of the field you're in. Looks like the underneath of a lawnmower deck now. Hey dude, you're in your jammies. You farming in your pajamas?
Yeah.
That's all right. I do it too sometimes. Well, in a massive change of plans, everything's changed. So we're gonna take this Gleaner back down to the other bins where we have corn that's runnable. We're gonna finish the load of soybeans that we started. The beans are too wet. We thought they'd be substantially drier, but it doesn't look like they're gonna be as dry as we want. Maybe thinking, well, why don't you just dry them? You have a dryer. Well, don't really dry beans very often, especially with an air system. And this being the first load going in there, we prefer them to be a little bit drier. So, I'm gonna finish off that load, dump it. They're gonna quit running beans. I don't know if Dad and I will load the trucks tonight. By then we'll have a couple trucks we could load, and that's probably gonna be it for today. Struggles of the first few days of harvest, trying to find stuff that's runnable. I mean, we could run this. That feels way drier than I was expecting. A little squishy, but not too bad. We could run this, but this is wetter than we typically would run. Like I say, I think this feels probably more along the lines of 27, 28%. We'll let this sit here for a while and dry down naturally a little bit, because we've got corn that we can run that's, you know, 20% where we were.
Yeah, we're just getting started soybeans here. Got a little bit around, had to wait a little bit. It's 4:30, it's 5 o'clock maybe, 4:30, whatever. Still a little tough, 15s,
Hi.
3 or 4.
Hi.
Mason's with me today. He's riding with me. Keeps us straight. So I'm gonna set you over right over here and see what we can do. First round over there, some pre-plant on the road, they're high green. So we're going to go around there. Pretty good beans so far.
Yep.
And Brian took the combine back down, the winger back down to the other farm. I guess I don't know how much bigger load by all we get done maybe tonight. Can't run the fan in the bin until we get the floor covered, so it's going to take 3 or 4 high loads. So I don't know if we want to put 3 wet beans in there.
Yep.
So we can run the fan. Put rain tomorrow. Right, Mason? Put rain tomorrow?
Yeah.
That good to Brian.
Yeah.
See?
Yep. Here we go.
Huh? Yeah.
Here we go.
So Dad is skipping a pass there because I replanted in some beans, so they're even wetter right there most likely. Beans really look like they're ready. Normally, we'll be running beans that look like that, with a lot of leaves on them, and they'll be 13%, but not the case this year. Attaboy, Brad, keep him there. So he's in the
Good move for me, but don't move for you, huh?
So he's in the middle of the road. Otherwise, these people would have went right by him, and we'd have had an issue.
Okay, gotta dump it. What do you think, Mason? Gotta dump it.
Yep. Those cameras.
Okay. Yeah, moving right along here now. Get the first round around. Turn around and go back the other way. Auto steer's working. Everything's working pretty good. I think Mason's conked out. But we'll move right along here.
All right. Well, Brad just started dumping that truck. I'm gonna go hop in the combine because Dad and BJ are about done with that truckload of beans. We might as well load the trucks with corn, the empty ones. So it's still just me over here. We've done about 1,000 bushel. The cart's just about full. We'll probably have to get out and dump it after this round. BJ's son is playing football tonight over at the school. This is Friday night, so he's over there. Brad is dumping the bean truck. I don't know what happened to Dad, but we'll keep plugging along. We're basically going to fill 3 trucks, and then that's it anyways. So.
Yeah, I'm over at the other farm. Brian's running corn. I think we got 3 truckloads we can do. They finish this field up. Matter of fact, I think the cart's full, I think. Pretty close to it.
And Dad's back, so I'll probably hop in the cart and he can run this, and we can knock out these last 2 trucks pretty quick.
When you're unloading on the go, it holds, that cart holds 3 head loads of the combine. Dumping on the go, you still got a little bit of room left, so that makes it pretty nice. And that's a truckload. A little over, really. This Ford doesn't have real good test weight. This down here over the hill here, this field is a lot better corn, so I'm sure the test weight will be a little better, I think. We'll run this and I'll run the cart.
Brad bringing that truck over?
Yeah. We'll probably have enough to finish this field, hopefully.
Pretty close.
Pretty good corn?
200 to 220. Yep, we're full.
Well, now I'm back in the Gleaner doing corn. Out of the Lexion doing beans, back in this doing corn. Beans are just a little tough. We can do them, but we're just starting to bend, and we need to get 3 or 4 loads in it so we can turn the fan on, cover the floor. So I thought better quit. There's rain coming. I don't want 2 or 3 days out of air on, wet as they are. Yeah, Brian was telling me that he could use the the steering lines, but close. It doesn't do bad with it. But anyway, this corn, yeah, it's 40 to 50 bushel better than up on the hill there. Makes a big difference. Down over the hill, a little heavier ground, not as gravelly. A little wetter, about 2 points wetter. Corn is consistent. You can see the map there. It's all within probably, well, it's all 200 bushel out of that. It's a lot better than up on top. It's a lot more consistent. I don't know if it's had fertilized about all of it or what, but a lot better corn through here. Taller, healthier plants. Same variety. It's good corn. This is the time of evening you can't see nothing from the sun glare. You can hardly see the ground down there. So it's nice to have a header control. Keeps it up off the ground. And steering. I got running on the line we're planning on. Ain't no bad. I have to nudge it every once in a while. Now when it's got some shade there, block the sun, you can see pretty good. Of course the windows ain't real clean either, but it's hard to keep it clean. I clean them off this morning and they're dusty already. And Brian's still dumping down there. We can see where he's at with the cart ace here. We are right here and he's up here at the truck. That's the truck, there he is. He's still dumping on the truck. Pretty evening. It's a little chilly, but it's pretty. Hardly a cloud in the sky right here now. Okay, here he comes. You can see him right there. He's coming this way. There's the air pointing to us. Now, if that was a truck in town, it'd tell how many, estimate about how many minutes it'd be before he got here.
All right, that field's done. Guess we don't have to worry about the hurricane knocking this one down.
Well, that's it. This field, 65-acre field. George can see out now. Looks like 190 bushel or so. That's what made all together. That's not bad for this kind of ground here.
And getting some beautiful evenings here lately. Well, Dad and I just went over to fire the dryer back up and we ain't got no power. We've got electrical problems. So that's wonderful. That's awesome. Something smells hot. No juice to the dryer. Yes! That's sarcasm. That sucks. Unfortunately, Dad and I have reached the limit of our electrical expertise as well, so we don't know how to fix it tonight. Well guys, that's gonna be it for today. The master electrician's been called. He'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully that's an easy fix and nothing major, because we need that dryer and we need it relatively soon because there's some wet corn in there. But thanks for watching. Do us a favor, thumbs up the video, like, subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment, follow us on all the other socials, and we'll see you in the next one.